Welcome, everybody, to the Hebrew Rebels podcast, episode 45. My name is Jordan.
And my name is Ethan.
And it's been a long time since we did one of these, weirdly.
8 months.
Yeah.
I mean, time is flying by. I don't even... Was there ever not a quarantine? It's been 3 years now, and I don't even remember what life was like
I've been
before
quarantined for half my life at this point.
Yeah, which is insane. You have,
crazy.
what, 3 kids now?
4. Wait. Yeah, one was born yesterday. Did I not tell you?
Oh, my God. Well, now that they have that new technology that can give you a kid in a week, it's like, why not?
Too.
Yeah. Amazon, obviously.
Because they run the world, yeah.
Yep. That's where we're headed.
That was good improv. I think. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know.
Yeah,
we
no.
We ran with it for a good solid 30 seconds.
That was good. That was, damn.
We should do that. We should try to improv every intro of the episode.
Every intro?
Yeah.
Of what episode?
Of the Hebrew Rebels podcast.
That's a podcast? We should do a podcast.
We did one way back in the day. Do you remember?
Way back in the day, 50 years ago?
After they invented the de-aging technology and we could go back to the way we looked when we were in our mid-20s.
What planet were you born on? I don't even remember what it was called.
Well, I was initially born on Earth, but when I was reborn, it was on Planet X. Wasn't a thing at the time, but it is now.
And what is it?
Oh, it's just a planet that they discovered. It's actually in between Mars and Saturn.
Oh, wow. They just missed it.
Well, it's invisible.
Oh, it's a dark matter planet.
Mm-hmm. So I restarted my life on that planet, and in doing that, have never aged.
I think I'm down for just podcasting.
Yeah, let's
I don't think I need that reality. There's part of me that wants to jump through.
But just think about it. We could get to like episode 1,000,000 if we just lived forever.
Exactly. Then we'll actually be in Halo.
Let's just get to episode 100 first.
100? Yeah. Do we have a target date for that?
I'll calculate that for next week. Maybe. I don't want to promise anything like that because it.
Should we try to time it around something?
No.
We'll see when it gets close.
Yeah. We'll figure something out. Being a Halo, what's up with Halo?
Delayed.
It's a bummer.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm so conflicted about it in terms of like what to do, but it'll make the game better. Like that's good.
What are you gonna do?
I haven't decided yet.
Are you leaning towards not getting the console at launch or?
Oh, I'm not getting it at launch currently.
100%. Okay.
Yeah. Even though I got Game Pass and I'm still okay with that, because we've got Maya's Xbox and it gives me access to some stuff on my computer. But I don't know, maybe we will. There is still a lot we don't know when anything's coming out. We don't know prices of anything.
Maybe it depends on the price. If it's like a $400 console, then it's like, okay. If it's 500 plus, then
I feel like it's got to be 500.
Yeah.
It depends when Flight Simulator's coming out.
When was that supposed to come out? Do we know yet?
It's always been like a TBD for consoles.
God, this is the Flight Simulator podcast, honestly.
I know. So they announced like they're all these third-party partners. And so you'll be able to like London doesn't look great, but you can buy a pack and London will look excellent. So they haven't been able to get every city with like perfect photogrammetry. Yeah. Now, over time, they may eventually get to London and it'll look really good. And so it'll be but like a lot, like it's same with airports. LAX happens to be like a perfect airport. Like they handcrafted it, but not every airport will be like that. So it'll be interesting to see what like our houses look like. But
you'll be able to see our house, right? Like that they'll use like Google Maps and all that stuff to be able to.
It might be like a generic house. That's what I'm not sure about.
Okay. Like will it have will it have depth to it? Will it just look flat or?
It should look like a house.
Okay. That's cool.
But we'll see. But they announced they're going to add helicopters eventually. Someone said like this is going to be the last flight simulator.
If we wanted to, could we land on our street?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
That's so cool.
That's my goal.
I'm going to land a helicopter in my backyard.
So yeah, the helicopters. Well, I don't know. We'll see how much room there is. But
yeah, it may not end well, but I want to land it there.
On your roof, I'd be down to do that.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, and people are going to add like fighter jets. So they need to. Someone suggested this: combine all the sim games. So let me go fly over and see people doing sim trains, sim trucks.
I like that.
Yeah, I think that would be really cool. Sim drive your car around the planet.
Farming simulator.
Oh my god, I don't even. It made me think like that's insane. So there's actually a video I wanted you to watch, a flight simulator video they put out. It's like 5 minutes long. It's the history of flight simulator.
Is this the video you want me to watch for this?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
I was thinking we could watch it before, and then I forgot.
History of flights. When did the first one come out?
70s?
Jeez, are you serious?
But that was like, it didn't become Microsoft Flight Simulator, so Microsoft Flight Simulator 1.0 is like 81.
I was watching XCast, I think episode 3, and they had Major Nelson on.
Yeah.
Who I wasn't familiar with, but he was talking about Flight Simulator, and he said that Flight Simulator predates Microsoft.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Or no, sorry, Windows. Predates Windows.
Windows. Yeah, predates Windows. Yeah, it's bananas, and it jumps from game to game. It's a cool video. I think like it got me excited again because I wasn't super excited. But they announced like they're gonna add all this stuff. I'm like, man, over time it's gonna be ridiculous. Someone said this will probably be the last one.
That's cool.
I saw
it's just the platform that they keep growing.
Which is what Halo is becoming. It's what I don't even know what else.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's like the battle royale thing. You know, it's like you don't have multiple games. You just in Minecraft.
Fortnite
like
too.
Minecraft was sort of like that. There was never gonna be a Minecraft 2.
I can't think of one before it, but Minecraft is like I don't remember when I mentioned this last, but it's like Pioneer.
Yeah.
The model, buy it. I still remember when I was like, buy it and you get all the updates. I'm like, that sounds cool.
Right.
I think I'll buy this.
And it puts so much less pressure on them to like make it absolutely perfect 100% what they want it to be right from the start. It's like just get something out and then just layer on top of it.
So I think that's what 343 was probably going to do with Halo, but they know they have to launch this thing so well that they're going to wait until it's probably at ray trace.
But how much of a missed opportunity is it to not have that game come out at console?
Huge. It's going to hurt console launch sales easily.
They have I feel like they have a really decent excuse, you know, this year.
They're banking on that not mattering. Their argument is still strong. Their argument is, you know, that this is all about Game Pass.
Right.
You know, and they already have me.
Right.
I jumped the shark because I heard that they were getting rid of. Is that the right?
No.
No. What is it? Jump the what? Gun. I jumped the gun.
Yeah.
I jumped the gun, and the gun was aimed at a shark. So initially, I tried to make the shark jump.
But you landed on the person holding the gun to save the shark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I forgot what I was getting at with that.
Game Pass.
Game Pass, right? So I went ahead and signed up for that because I heard they were getting rid of the 1 year, which they kind of did, but you can still get it from Costco, I think.
Okay.
And so I did my 3 years of Game Pass, and I don't know what that's going to look like. I figure Halo will be out early next year-ish in the spring.
God,
probably right. It's probably going to go toe-to-toe with Horizon. That's my guess.
Might as well release it with some... Or no, you don't want to release it alongside some other major competition. Like, you want it to come out by itself so that everyone snags it because there's like a lull. So then do you wait until there is a lull, or do you release it once it's ready?
That's a good question.
I mean, it's Halo. Like, all the people that were going to get it are going to get it still anyway.
Yeah,
so.
They'll find a way to time it because that's a boom. So whenever they want to drop that bomb, they'll drop it. Other people, well, and again, it depends on how it looks when they demo it the next time.
Right.
I didn't think it looked that bad. when people like drilled in on it, I guess it looked kind of bad.
I'm not the right person to judge it because I don't exactly know what the other games looked like. You know, from experience, I definitely didn't find it to be like mind blowing. At least the graphics of it, yeah.
No, yeah.
The world was what you were definitely like focusing on. You're like, this looks amazing. Like it, you know, it's gonna be what everyone's wanted for a Halo game, or it's whatever. But like, just technically, I wasn't like shocked by it. But it's also an early demo, probably. So let's see.
Yeah, and so we'll just play by ear.
Well, do you have anything else, Halo?
No, I'm just looking. I got State of Play, which you didn't see, and it was okay. It was kind of lackluster, but that was what I expected. So
yeah, that was never going to be the thing when they announced price or release date or anything, right? Is that
sir?
Is that still this month?
Oh, we have no idea. Everybody just keeps pushing it back. They're just playing coy with each other.
Oh, it's so frustrating.
So it might be Friday before they're released, and they
3 months away.
Yeah, it might be a month away by the time we find out.
Didn't we get an Xbox release date?
No,
or a leaked one at least.
There was a leak. People think it's from stuff that was looted in Chicago. The controller leaked, and then on some of the stuff it said do not open until November 6th.
Okay.
So it's either that's the day that it releases or
right before.
Right before, so they can get it set up.
Right.
Whatever that means.
I mean, still, that's about when we expect. I mean, we expect November for both of them, probably, anyways. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've had November 20th as my prediction date for PS5.
I really don't care about release date. What I care about is pre-order date and price.
Yeah. And even price, I don't really care about, which I feel
for the PlayStation, no. For the Xbox, yes.
Yeah. Oh, and that's up in the air now, which is crazy. It's just crazy how this has gone. That
I basically just don't want both of them to be more than 1,000.
Yeah.
If they're both 500, cool. If the PlayStation is 600 and the Xbox is 400, cool. Regardless, whatever the PlayStation is, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
Would you buy it day one if it's 700, 800? It's harder, right? I mean, it definitely is. It's a lot of money. I mean, I bought a $600 console with my own money in 7th grade, so.
Here, do you want to do the math? What year was that? 2006?
Yeah. You're gonna figure out what the inflation is.
Yep.
What is $600 in 2007? No, wait. Yeah.
2006.
I got mine a little bit after the console came out, but it's still same, probably about the same thing.
No, so 2007.
Yeah.
764.
Wow.
And there was probably tax, so it was probably closer to 800.
800, yeah. And I have much more money to be earned now than I did then.
800 would be nearly impossible. 700, they would have to just be drop 10 more mics before this thing comes out.
Right. Well, don't we know how much the thing costs to make?
$450.
And I mean, if people are talking about the thing,
it won't be above 500. But we're talking theoretically, like, would I do it?
Would you? Yeah.
I don't know. Be tough.
I mean, if not launched, then when?
Here's an equivalent. You can't get one. It retails for 500.
You have to.
Secondhand, they have it for 700. You can't get one until January.
Secondhand, you mean like buying from a scalper or something?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Never.
eBay.
Not ever.
eBay.
I would never.
You don't get one at launch.
I would never.
It's not available till January for a month and a half.
My new job would be contacting every single person on eBay who is trying to sell those things and get it to the very edge of me agreeing to buy it, and then be like, no, screw you. I hate you. I'm not buying this thing. Go die. And I would just never do it.
I would support that.
Yeah.
I already saw someone already posted one thing that Here's one for all the PS5s that are gonna be dropped, like drop test. People buy them and they do that, the drop test and stuff.
Yeah.
And
or
there's
the
this
people who
famous
buy
video
the phones just to like smash a hammer into them and see how they do.
There's a video of like a guy that got a PS3 went out to the people in line and destroyed it in front of them, and they were just in pain because I don't think it was guaranteed that they were all gonna get one.
I appreciate, or like I'm happy that those people have enough money from that content to do something like that. Like they can buy every phone and every console and every technical thing and like do whatever they want to them and then make so much money off of that one video that they can just go buy another one. But it's like I could never break a PlayStation.
Did people make money off that like PS3 one in 2006? I don't know if they were making money off the videos. Maybe not then,
but like
then.
I mean, there's people, like Unbox Therapy or something like that. It's like they make a living off of opening those things and reviewing them and doing whatever they want to them. It's like, hey, does this phone bend in my pocket, or will this break from this distance? It's like they can afford to buy any device they want and test it however they feel, and like that's cool. But oh man, imagine the one person that can't get one and you just shatter
exactly. Oh yeah, this is it. I found the video. Oh my god.
What's it called? I want to pull it up.
Guy destroys a brand new PS3. He's in like a purple hat. There's this huge line outside. He goes outside and lifts it up. He's like showing it to. Oh my god. Yep. I knew I've seen this. I knew I wasn't just misremembering things.
Ew, what is that hat? Oh, what is the aspect ratio of this video?
2006. Yeah. This video was uploaded to YouTube 13 years ago. Has 464,000 views.
I don't. Yeah, there's like music and stuff. I'm not gonna play the audio, but man, this guy is.
Yeah, I'm not doing the audio.
So where is he? He's in like a Walmart or something.
Something like that.
Or no, it's Best Buy.
It's a Best Buy.
He's walking out with it. He's out front. He's trying to vocalize what's happening for people who might be only listening. And I didn't even. Oh, someone has a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
He dropped it and it didn't really do that much, but then his friend just starts smashing it with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, they go to town on it. There's so many people recording it too.
I'll be honest, considering that guy has a sledgehammer, I feel like it's holding up pretty well.
Oh, completely.
And well, okay. Now it's.
I mean, if you do that.
Yeah.
Many times to it.
So, speaking of PlayStations and breaking them, mine has been doing this like weird thing where it just starts beeping a lot for no reason. Like
and turning off
something, and so mine has never done what yours has done too, like 3 times now, where it just like dies and wipes itself.
Yeah,
mine's never done that. But like last night I was watching something and it like ejected my disc, and then just kept beeping.
Yeah. I've had that happen.
What's wrong with you? And so like I restarted it, and then it kept doing it. Eventually it stopped, or I fell asleep and I stopped noticing it. But it concerned me a little bit.
Yeah, no, that is concerning.
It seems a little bit senile. Yeah.
Maya, are you having a conversation?
He's okay. It's fine.
Okay, no, wait. He said you're okay. I was like freaking out because I heard her.
I could barely hear her, but honestly, in these days, who cares?
Because it's quarantine.
Yeah.
Yeah, this shirt's amazing.
Huh? Oh, I told you about this shirt, right? Last time?
The Toronto Ultra.
It is my second favorite Call of Duty team.
That's my...
What?
I don't know why. That isn't what I was expecting.
Well, okay.
I still get weird with like I still feel weird about esports.
I don't know why. Being a gamer, I don't know why you feel so weird about it.
I don't know. I do and I don't.
What do you mean by feel weird about it? Like, how do you feel about it? Like, you don't respect it? You don't want it to be a thing? You don't think it is a thing?
No, it's no. I support it and I acknowledge it. It just still is like almost surreal. That like you could have an esports team like Toronto.
I know.
Like a thing, and it's just like you have the Toronto Raptors,
right,
and then the Toronto Ultra,
right.
like, and then it's like it's a Call of Duty team, and it's just like there is a little part of me that goes like, "Ha, wow, that's kind of weird and crazy," but like not in a disrespectful way,
right?
Like
right.
genuinely, like I don't know how to express that.
I think it's a little bit less weird for me because I've been following like Call of Duty tournaments for a few years now.
Yeah, 100%. That's the difference.
It registers
Exposure.
a little bit more with me, but like even this year was the first year that they had like city teams. Before they were kind of like private teams. They didn't necessarily have like a localized city that they attached themselves to. But this year it's like Chicago, Atlanta, LA, Toronto, London. Like it's so cool. And then these teams can then make a Call of Duty team, a Fortnite team, a League of Legends team. It's like,
okay, I was wondering about that.
They haven't yet. Like these teams are so there's Optic. Optic has a team. Optic and FaZe, they have a team in multiple video games, but like these other teams have not yet branched out, but like they could. And it's like, yeah, you're a Toronto Ultra fan for whatever game you follow. But it's not like that for sports.
No.
Like, yeah, you're a Raptors fan because you like basketball. You're not a Blue Jays fan necessarily.
Some people are like that, but there's Toronto Ultra Call of Duty, Toronto Ultra League of Legends, right? Like that's how it goes.
Not for this team. Like this is the brand new team to Call of Duty this year, so they haven't like branched out yet. I don't know if they will. But like I wanted to get to be like that. Yeah.
You would share the name, okay?
Yeah, I would hope. So it's cool. It's still it's finding its place in the world. But I mean, like,
can I join?
Huh?
Can I join the Los Angeles Fall Guys team?
Thank you. I'm glad we're let's get into Fall Guys. Since we last played, Fall Guys has been released for free on PlayStation, thankfully for us. How much is it? $15?
20.
Would you have paid for it?
It's one of those things where like I'm not really buying games that haven't been on my radar and aren't like big. So like the next two that I'm getting 2K, even though I'm still like resistant, and Tony Hawk. And then it's like after that I'm getting Cyberpunk for a discount on Amazon, regular edition, and then I don't know what other like till we find out what's coming out at launch.
You don't want a higher edition for Cyberpunk?
No.
How come?
Don't need it. The game is gonna be plenty.
Sure.
I got the art book and that came already.
So it seems like you got the deluxe edition for Ghost, right?
Yeah, the steelbook.
Because you knew you were gonna have like a special attachment to it, or
I hoped. It's all hoping, and oh man, I was just playing today, and I have the steelbook out. And
I mean, I feel like it's definitely worth the extra $10 for like someday down the line, years from now, you can look at it and be like, oh man, what a game that was, and you can have like a more special sort of like just encasement for it, to put 100%. On a shelf.
And with backwards compatibility now, I know that is going to pretty much be good forever. Yeah. Especially with these moving forward. And yeah, it's a case-by-case basis. The other thing is there wasn't a $10 more version to get the Cyberpunk steelbook. You had to get like the super expensive version.
I see. Gotcha. How much is it? I think the last time I checked, they hadn't released any of the like deluxe edition details yet. So
they were. It's not a game that you like. I don't need.
Is it like buying a deluxe edition for like Star Citizen? It's like,
yeah,
you're just gonna live in this. So like, what do you mean?
You're getting so much just from the game itself,
right?
Yeah.
Unless it gives you a bunch of in-game stuff, like you don't need that much real-world stuff.
Like I don't think I'll get anything crazy beyond a steelbook for the next God of War.
Sure.
Because like I don't want another statue. And
don't you though?
No, I have my God of War statue now.
Yeah.
Horizon, I would consider it because I didn't for the first Horizon.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. I don't even have a physical. I don't even have a steelbook. But I also love digital.
Oh my god.
What?
I'm just realizing. First of all, how much were your statues? How much was your God of War and your Spider-Man statue?
What do you mean you're just now realizing?
I'll tell you, but how much were those?
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Roughly. Were they $150 like my SpongeBob statue?
Why?
Because I'm just realizing how insane that is. That they charged $150 for it.
For SpongeBob?
Yeah. And it's honestly kind of small. Like,
really?
I mean, I love it. I love it.
They're
I'm happy
not,
I have it, but
they're not first 4 figures.
What do you mean? Is that
the $400 statues? No.
Right.
So I paid $104 for my God of War Collector's Edition, and I got it 20% off because I had my
Best Buy thing,
that gamer club thing. Right. So that's what I was trying to double check.
The 104 was the 20% off price.
That was after, that was after I got the 20% off, but I can't think what that would be.
So 104 times 1.2, is that how you calculate that?
No, because that's taking 20% of.
Right.
It's an awkward calculation.
But,
you didn't find anything for Spider-Man.
But still, it was cheaper than my SpongeBob one.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Anyways.
But no, I'm so curious now. My stupid ass NBA is more than that. I'm still like, I'm like angry that I'm getting it. But I can't not.
I know. I want them to do a Sly Cooper one eventually.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Anyways, oh my god, we were talking about Fall Guys. So,
I want a Fall Guys statue.
Nah, because I would want to customize it, you know?
Yeah, I want some kind of Fall Guys vinyl though. Yeah, so you could have one like that's the hot dog.
Yeah.
I'm trying. Yeah, they're jelly beans. So make some Fall Guys jelly beans.
I don't want to eat them though.
I want to eat them. I want to imagine.
We tried hopping on, not quite day one, but like a couple days after launch of the game.
Thursday. So we came out on Tuesday and we tried to play Thursday night.
And it did not go well.
Servers were down as they were getting it ready for the weekend. I think as we were like launching the game, they decided, we're gonna take them off right now. Yeah, that was tragic.
Yep. And our sentiments toward the game were not great at that time. We were pretty annoyed. You were very annoyed by them.
I was really upset.
But did we try? Maybe not the next day, but a couple days later.
I feel like maybe we tried the next day. Friday night.
And we played for a while, and you got your first win that night.
Yes, I did. That was, man, I still remember that. Go left. That's all I remember feeling was like, just go left, just go left. I can't believe, that was insane. You were watching, Maya wasn't.
Yeah, I have it. We streamed it. You can watch that video on the Hugh Rebels live channel. I think we'll have it called by then. Our first, not quite our first Fall Guys. You'll find it. The first episode was like a try for Fall Guys and then GTA. It'll be the first Fall Guys episode where Ethan gets his very first win.
We did pivot to GTA.
Yeah. And
Good
we had some fun. But yeah, you won your very first night, and that was pretty amazing. And
was it the second? Like
I don't
round? I don't think it
was. How early it was. That would be pretty impressive. But how many wins do you have now?
7. I just got my 7th win the other day. And the only way I know that is just because you get a trophy for 7. So you get a trophy for your first win, you get a trophy for your 7th win, and you get a trophy for your 20th win.
Oh, cool. You'll
hopefully
in probably not
eventually.
That much. Yeah, I finally got my first. It took me many tries,
but not that many.
30 plus rounds. I guess not. I mean, there's still people out there trying to get their first. So like, I'm happy I have it, but that's on there too. You just search that channel, Hebrew Rebels Live, and it'll be in the titles of like my win, your first win. Maya got one too, same day as me, right?
She did. I don't think I have hers recorded, but it was pretty great. It was a royal fumble, last second grab and run, like literally with 4 seconds left.
That's so crazy. I've still never done a royal fumble. I don't think I would be good at it at all.
You'll get the hang of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you were good.
I still want a hexagon win,
dude. So I have one of those, I think, and I've come to decide the most frustrated I am in this game. It's okay to lose. When you lose and you're like start over.
Yeah.
And it's even okay to not okay, look.
Hold on, I miss what you just said. You cut out a little bit. It's okay to not what?
To not win every match. Like that's the whole point. Like, you make it past the rounds, you get more stuff. Cool. On to the next one. But what really hurts is getting second place over and over and over. That hurts.
I've gotten second place maybe like 4 times.
And it's not fun, right?
No, it's awful.
It's worse than just like losing.
Yeah. Yeah, because then I can blame it on myself. But it's like I was
getting second place.
Milliseconds.
Oh, that gets old.
Yeah, I've screwed up a handful of hexagons, and I've been
those are brutal.
A close second in like 2 or 3 fall mountains, and those really pissed me off.
You gotta not give up on any of them though. No. Like there's also times where I thought I was done for, and I managed to survive.
Right. I think that's the beauty of the game. It's like you're never out until it says you're done, which is fun. Because like you can keep falling and falling and falling in the friggin' tilty game.
The seesaws.
But it's like you could screw up so many times, and if the game's still going, you're just like, let me just be slightly competent this time, and I'll make it. And all these people will fail, like almost guaranteed.
It's sad. That one. Yeah, if everyone worked together, they'd make it. But then, what would happen then? So it's going to be interesting. I was listening to some interviews with the developers, and they monitor all of that.
Yeah.
So they're tracking what's happening in the levels, bottlenecks and stuff, and these levels they said are going to evolve over time,
which is beautiful. I love that. I think that's going to be, it's such a cool platform because like they can add games, they can take games away, they can bring games back, like look what's back, and then add different. I didn't even realize there was more than one final at first. Like Fall Mountain seemed like the perfect final. Like, I saw somebody else.
I saw somebody else say Slime Climb would be the perfect final.
Slime Climb is a good one too. I like the idea of grabbing the crown to win.
Same.
I feel like whatever the final is, it should be that.
Yeah.
So, if they adjust Slime Climb and put a crown at the end of it, yeah, totally. But
that would be cool.
Like
and there's
tail,
2 paths.
I feel like tail is so lame.
Huh?
The tail game is so lame to be like a final winner kind of thing.
I mean,
intense.
You definitely earn it, pretty
but
good.
Like, I don't feel like it's as satisfying.
There's that one, and there's the bar that spins the gold
as a final
stand-up bar. Yeah, I haven't done it
There's
yet.
another one?
They added that one, yeah.
What? Wow.
So, they added that one and reduced the frequency of royal fumble.
Okay, well, I'm probably never going to play that one now.
I still get it. So, no, don't give up.
We'll see.
They did one other thing where they talked about the creation of Slime Climb, which was fascinating. How they like try all these different ways to funnel you, and they eventually got to that model. But they said they want to have where you launch and it's 100 different levels that it could be.
That's crazy.
Combinations of stuff. You don't know what you're going to be in. I would love that if it's like that. A year from now, 2 years from now.
Because then I feel like you're really getting the best of the best that wins. It's not. You can't prepare for it, and it's just you got to be like on your toes and be the best. And I think that's cool.
And the levels are going to change because they said they don't want anybody to feel like I got this.
Right. Although
so the second,
I feel that way with some of them.
I definitely feel like that too.
Even the tilty one, I've never lost. I've never lost a first round match, period.
Yeah.
And the one with the pink fans.
Whirly Gig, I love that one.
Never lost that one either. So, I mean, it gets a little bit harder later in later rounds for sure. But like, there's a couple when I see it, I'm like, I'm fine. So, I get you. Maybe it shouldn't be that way for any of them, but I do feel that way for a number of them.
I think I'm with you too, but I guess, yeah, I don't know. Their objective is to not make you feel that way. So. Yeah. But yeah, I guess not with everyone, because you don't want to feel defeated. That's not what they're going for.
The guessing game too, I feel like, is pretty easy if you just put a little brain power into it.
Yeah.
Like, no one's really trying to screw you over. It's just either you memorize it yourself, or if you miss it, just look where everyone's going and go there. Sometimes
I saw a video where everybody dropped, which was pretty funny.
Which is amazing, yeah. But we'll see.
But no, we will watch its career with whatever the
great interest.
Great interest,
I think.
And it'll be fun to talk about. Like, think back to season 1 of Fortnite.
I think I played season 1, maybe season 2.
And look at where it's at now.
I don't even recognize that anymore.
Is it even the same game?
Well, I'm glad you brought this up. I wanted to talk about Fortnite. Have you seen what's going on with Fortnite?
Vehicles?
And their war
free Fortnite.
And their war with Apple.
Yeah, I love it.
It's cool. So they updated their game so that there was another payment option for V-Bucks where they undercut the Apple Store.
Mm-hmm.
And they anticipated, like, I think, for 1,000 V-Bucks, it's $10, and you pay that through Apple. Or they add an option for $7.99 to pay directly to Epic, which is weird. Like, I don't know. If you have an app, I guess every payment has to go through Apple regardless.
Yeah, all payments have to go through Apple so that they can take a 30% cut.
So they found a way to undercut that, and almost immediately Apple removed Fortnite from the App Store, which is...
I will say, I think it was 4 hours later.
Same day.
Apple removed it.
Yeah, it was quick.
I saw a funny meme. I don't know how accurate it was. It was 2 p.m. Epic updates Fortnite with direct payment. 6 p.m. Apple pulls Fortnite from the App Store. 6:01 p.m. Epic files 300-page lawsuit ahead to Apple. Like,
so that's the thing. Epic had the foresight. Like, they knew this was coming. They made a short movie.
They baited it.
Absolutely. In retaliation to Apple removing their game from the store, called 1980 Fortnite, which is a play on Apple's short or a commercial called 1984, where they're basically making Apple look like a tyrant, like just kind of monopolizing everything. So they're in a bit of a head-to-head battle with Apple right now, trying to reduce how much they take from developers on the App Store. And
it's not even about the 30%.
Not even the percentage. It's just it's how much they feel
about
like
control.
They can, right, exactly. How much they can manipulate anyone that's on their platform.
Yeah.
Granted, I'm with you.
And Google's involved. They were pulled from Google as well.
Were they really?
Yeah.
Did they implement the same thing on Google's? They did, huh? That's right. I guess Google just followed Apple's lead on that. But I'm with you. I agree. Those companies don't need more money.
It's not about the money.
Period. They don't need more money. Like,
no.
Whatever they release it or reduce it down to. But it's like, I don't know. If you're on someone's platform, like, I feel like it's their
this
say.
has to do with xCloud too.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean they're arguing that the phone should be like an open platform.
What do you mean?
That they shouldn't just get to be able to tell people that everything they can do, and it all be on Apple's terms. That's their argument.
Right.
but I really don't know enough about it in terms of like the legal side of it.
Right. It's I don't know. It's all kind of tricky. I'm sure it's it's definitely a business side sort of thing.
Well, because I mean, I get the side of it. Oh, it's Apple's thing; they can do whatever they want with it. But we've been talking more and more about like, should these tech companies just get to do whatever they want? Is that really what's best? Is they just do whatever they want?
It's not. I don't know. It's like, do you earn that? Is that something you earn?
What?
Like if you've built yourself into such a large company, have you earned the right to be able to make whatever calls you want?
So size of company determines everything? That's all that matters?
No, I'm just asking. Like, yeah, it's crazy. It's like they definitely have power, just
yeah, of course they have power.
Have billions of dollars in cash in the bank.
Yeah.
And
trillions. They're a $1 trillion company.
Is it a trillion? Do they have $1 trillion in cash? That's
Apple,
what it was, right? Not $1 billion.
I think so. It must be.
I don't know, but whatever. I think it's really cool that a video game, a free to play video game, can take on a company like Apple.
Epic's trying to just and they have their own agendas. I'm not even gonna attempt to deny that. Everybody does, and yeah, I'm sure money has a little bit to do with it. But Epic's making a lot of really positive moves with their so the Epic Game Store and how they split revenue with developers. Apple has that 30% cut, which is huge. That's like not even close to anything else. And a lot of people are upset about it, but at the same time, like they're making Unreal Engine free for everybody under the 1 million revenue mark. So they're trying to, Fortnite brought about crossplay, breaking the barriers down between consoles. That's huge. And now they're trying to, make sure that these platforms stay open. The fact that Microsoft can't just release xCloud on the iPhone, that's what I'm talking about. That they're just like, hey, yeah, xCloud, you can stream your stuff. You can get on your. Apple's like, no.
Yeah.
No, you don't get to do that.
Are they kind of creating a wedge for like other companies to be like, oh yeah, by the way, Apple, we don't like you either. Like, can we work on this? Can we fix this? Can we talk about this? Like, as long as one company's taking them on, like other ones can kind of chime in and say, yep, we don't like the way you're doing this with us.
Yeah, it sets the precedent.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I mean, everyone definitely has the right to voice, whatever feelings they have against anybody, whatever company. So, if they feel like they're being treated unfairly or they, this would be better for everybody, then I think it's cool that they're kind of paving the way for people to do that.
And I don't know for sure, but we'll see how this all shakes out. I'm curious. I'm definitely very curious to see what's going to happen.
It seems like it'll definitely. I mean, Apple released a statement saying that they want Fortnite back, obviously, because they make them money.
They did?
Yeah. It was a little bit of a backhanded sort of statement saying like, they were really disappointed that they decided to make this decision, like they've completely violated the terms of use or, whatever agreement we had, but we really hope we can work something out so that we can get Fortnite back on the platform, as soon as possible. I believe that. I believe they want them back. Exactly. Which makes me believe that they'll come to some sort of agreement. I don't think it'll just go back to 30%. I feel like it'll move slightly in Fortnite or, Epic's direction, but I don't know.
Well, and there's antitrust hearings right now, and that's the other reason they probably did this, where they're, before governments. The EU's looking into it, and so we'll see how that. Apple, Facebook, Google, we're all. I'm trying to think if there was Amazon. They all had that antitrust hearing like a few weeks ago, and this is one of the things Apple's being. This is really the big thing for Apple right now. This is a lot of bad PR, because once Fortnite updates in like 2 weeks when the season ends, if they're not back on it, everybody's game deactivates.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because people can still play at the moment.
People can still play right now.
Right.
It's 2 weeks from now when nobody can play Fortnite on their iPhone, and we see that's a thing that could potentially happen.
That's crazy.
I I'm just gonna watch from the sidelines. I'm not like crazily. There's bigger problems. That I'm happy that Epic's doing this.
100%. Yeah.
Seeing if they can change the game mainly for xCloud. If I'm being selfish.
Yeah.
That would also potentially delay me getting a new console, especially if I'm getting a new iPhone. If I could just
play everything on your phone
for a while.
Yeah.
Like I'd still have access to play
everything. That would absolutely make it easier to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
Would you buy that? You got to get some kind of controller adapter thing, right?
Only if I want to have it stuck to the controller.
You just play on your phone. It's like
$10 on Amazon. No, I'd prop it up or something. Oh yeah, if I was taking it with
does your Xbox controller talk to your phone?
Yeah, Bluetooth.
Does it?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's how xCloud will work.
That's really
you just
cool.
Bluetooth connect to your phone and
with your Xbox controller. It's not like some kind of adapter or something.
No.
That's so cool.
The DualShock can connect to the iPhone too now. It detects it.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long until PlayStation makes something like that?
xCloud?
Like an xCloud-esque kind of thing.
Oh, I mean, they have PlayStation now.
So can you play that on your phone?
I don't think so.
Right.
They don't have the cloud infrastructure yet. They signed the deal to explore things with Microsoft, but we don't know what's going on with them and what their plans are. But no, Microsoft's staple in the industry right now is xCloud. Sony is big first-person exclusives, and Nintendo is Nintendo IP and the Switch. Xbox is Game Pass, one of the best deals anywhere, really.
I was using my Switch again today for the first time in a little while. I was playing Golf Story again. I took a little break.
Nice.
That game's long, man.
Is it?
Kinda. It's longer than it seems like it should be, for being really pixelated, like no dialogue, just sort of.
No dialogue.
There's dialogue, but there's no like voiceover. It's just like. I don't know exactly what I'm saying. It doesn't feel like it should be as long as it's taken me to play this game so far. Let me look it up. How long is...
You're saying this little... Oh, I'm looking it up. Oh, 15 hours.
Yeah, it's solid. That's decent, right?
That's solid.
That's substantial. That's like The Last of
Us. Yeah, it's not a 5-hour game.
It feels like it would be, though. Or it looks like it would be.
Should we jump sideways? Where
do you want to jump sideways to?
I have a funny proposition, weird, random thing.
Okay.
So, as you know, I've been growing my hair for now a little over 6 months, and my beard. And I've gotten a few nicknames in this time.
Okay.
And one, I was going to ask if you had one.
For you?
Or if you could think for me. And then I was going to list some of the other ones that I've received.
I'm not good at hearing any, like, or thinking of any... like quickly off the top of my head. I'm not good at...
Okay.
I know we were doing the whole improv thing or...
No, it's okay. So the other thing, I was thinking we could do a poll on the 4 other names that I've gotten from other people.
So we could, but like no one would see it for a long time. Or...
Yeah, I know.
I mean, we could.
Or we could just vote. Or you could just pick.
Let me hear them and we'll figure out what to do with them.
Jordan, we could have 2 people vote 3 years from now.
Uh-huh. And that'll be it.
But we would still get it then.
Okay, I'm fine. Okay, we're doing a poll then. But like,
TBD.
Is it gonna be a Twitter poll that's active like forever, or?
No, just in the comments. You can put one on the screen and put it in the comments. And over the lifetime of this video...
Are there Reddit polls? There are, right?
Reddit polls? Possibly.
Because I could do a Reddit poll and then pin it to the top.
Okay.
Maybe.
It doesn't need to...
Well, let's hear them, and then we'll update with how we're gonna do this.
Okay, so the first one up, I'm gonna say this is from. Do I say who from at work or just somebody at work?
To be safe, let's say somebody at work.
Okay, 3 are from someone at my work.
Okay.
3 different people.
3 different people.
From
okay.
someone at my work, number 1, I was given Castaway.
Okay.
So
yeah,
I get that one on a regular basis.
I'm liking this. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is gonna be like the verified one, or
God, no.
the producer / seducer. Like this is gonna be your kind of that thing. Yeah.
I don't.
I like it because I've wanted us to have those.
I don't. No, I don't think so.
Maybe we'll see.
But we'll see.
So,
good. Another person at work said I was a Renaissance man / werewolf. So I turned that into a Renaissance werewolf.
The Renaissance werewolf. Okay, I'm liking these just because it's like you can't force it. It just has to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So my mom also gave me one.
Uh-huh.
And she calls me Teen Wolf.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, more Michael J. Fox.
There you go. And
for Halloween one year, I dressed up as Marty McFly.
Nice.
But we didn't like go trick or treating. I just went to my friend's house and we handed out candy to the kids.
Yeah.
And later into the night, we started getting bored, and my friend had a werewolf mask or wolf mask, and I put it on, and I realized I was Marty McFly and Teen Wolf accidentally, and it was amazing. Best Halloween costume I've ever had. Period.
That's great. That's awesome. Maybe you can do it again this year.
Yeah, maybe.
Because it's a mask, so it would be
acceptable.
For protection.
It's true.
So the last one I also got from somebody at work during our sales meeting. They texted me this, and I'll admit I didn't know it off the top of my head, but thankfully I did watch this movie for the first time last Christmas. And he said, "You look like Marv from Home Alone."
You really do.
And I looked it up,
and I was like, I
was dying. I was like, "Oh my, so funny."
Oh, so let's just do all of them. You could be. We're not doing Marv though. You're gonna be the Sticky Bandit. You're gonna be.
The Sticky Bandit?
Yeah, because he was a member of the Sticky Bandits. That's what they were called.
Oh my god.
So so what was it? It was the not Teen Wolf. What was the first? No, what was the double part? It was a werewolf, but it was
Renaissance man / werewolf.
The Renaissance werewolf, the Sticky Bandit, the Castaway, Ethan.
The team.
I don't know. Let's just use all of them.
Oh my god.
How do we get some for me? I want a name. I want a nickname.
Well, I don't want any of these.
I like all of them.
I did want to do this, and I wanted you to vote.
Okay.
Or pick one of which you thought out of these was the best.
I'm not gonna pick one right now, but if I do pick one, it means it's sticking around for a while. Just know that.
Oh, it's not to stick. Oh, okay.
No, it is.
Okay.
We don't have to do all of them, but if we're picking one, it's sticking for a while.
Okay.
And I'm definitely leaning towards one over the others. So we'll figure out something to do with it. I'll try to make a poll, maybe on Reddit. Maybe this will be what kind of incentivizes us to make our subreddit, and we can.
Well, it's because we need to participate and earn whatever so that we're allowed to create a subreddit with that account. That's the problem.
Was that a thing?
Because that account was like too new. You're like, oh no, you're too new. You need to do this, and this in order to.
So is there a difference between just making a subreddit and making a subreddit with an account?
Yeah, I want the creator to be us.
But like, I don't think we have to have like the creator be you / Hebrew Rebels. You know, like that doesn't even need to be a username. Like you and I can be the users, and the Hebrew Rebels can be the subreddit. You and I have plenty of interaction on Reddit to make a.
I was thinking the you / Hebrew Rebels would be the owner and the one that responded to stuff. And
no, I don't think so.
Okay.
Because I would want, if there's any responses, I would want people to know it's from you or me or whoever.
Well, then why would we want a Hebrew Rebels Twitter? Why wouldn't we just tweet?
I've thought about this.
I've thought about it too.
Reddit, I don't know. Reddit just seems a little bit different. Like,
yeah, it definitely is. It's a fair game to differentiate.
Because I feel like the subreddit is the home. Like, it is the Twitter where we post something to it for people to see, but it's coming from one of us specifically.
Yeah.
Whereas, I don't know. I always compare ourselves to other people, and
isn't Reddit more for the community to talk? That's the other tricky thing.
True. Yeah, absolutely. But like, if something's posted, it's at least posted in the Hebrew Rebels subreddit umbrella.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily matter who posts it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm totally down for that.
I just don't want to spend that much time interacting as the Hebrew Rebels account to make one when like you and I could just make one right now.
Yeah. Okay. You know, I'm gonna. I think you're right.
Because like, if you look, I know we always mention them. If you haven't noticed yet, we like Kind of Funny quite a bit.
They're kind of funny.
They're kind of our role models in a way, but like, you know, you look at a post and every once in a while the top comment will be Game Over Greggy or Maximum Cortez or Nick Scarpino. It's like, and then granted they have more people, so like it's harder to know who's commenting if it's just Kind of Funny, but it's like it's nice to know who exactly is saying what in response to your.
No, and I totally get that, and that's why I guess if we just act that, then that's kind of. I figured we weren't like we needed to build the brand first. But I think that was wrong. I'm just saying that's where I'm coming from it, and I think you're right. I think that's a better approach.
Twitter too. Like, I think there's room for there to be the Hebrew Rebels Twitter, and for you and I to also have one to like speak either about our own stuff and then also to feed people towards the Hebrew Rebels doesn't necessarily like take standpoints. It just posts info or like, here's when we're streaming this or something, and then you and I can like say whatever we want, like more specifically. I don't know. Social media I'm so bad at. I am so bad at social media. I hate the idea of it, but I know it's like kind of necessary, but
it's an evolution in process.
It really is.
Now, there's one other thing I want to ask you about, and this is probably not a place to talk about it, but I recently stumbled across a thing that somebody mentioned where there's this website that you pay them and they make people know you. They expose you to people, and they're like, we can pretty much guarantee you'll get this many followers for this much based on advertising and how we.
Where did you see this?
It's like Norify or something.
Okay, was it in one of the comments of our videos?
Was it in our video?
Every once in a while, people will comment like, "Hey, you definitely deserve more followers or more eyes on your content. You should check this out and like get more views." I don't know where I
saw it.
I don't like any of that stuff.
Northfi, $79, 20,000 interactions.
No,
$29.
No.
8,000 interactions.
No.
$149.
Don't even want to bring this up on the podcast.
50,000 interactions.
We don't do this. We're not going to do this.
We can just buy our success.
Nope.
And instantly be in the negative.
So I will be perfectly honest. When we first started posting videos in 2016, our unboxing videos,
you mentioned something like that, right?
I was integrating Facebook a bit. Like, I was posting them to YouTube, and I might have even been doing something to Twitter, but like I made a Hebrew Rebels Facebook and I was putting the videos on there. And I bought like something where it like guaranteed X number of people would at least see this post.
See it. That's all it is.
Right.
Putting it in front of people.
And from what I could tell, it did nothing.
Yeah.
And I didn't spend that much money. I spent maybe like, $1 per X number of views. So I don't know. I spent in total maybe $10-15 on any of those posts.
Yeah.
But I don't like any of that stuff. If you just have any shred of common sense, it's not geared in your favor. It's they're gonna just soak up all that money that people give them, and maybe they'll get you a couple of views, but it's like that's never gonna work. It's such a waste of money. So
I agree.
I would rather us just. I want to earn it. If people are watching, like we have that over I know it doesn't sound that crazy, but like we have a video that's over 300 views, which is crazy for us. And that's just because I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of YouTube algorithm. Maybe I titled it a certain way, but like
that's a decent number, right?
Something of our content got hundreds of views, which is cool.
Yeah.
So my next goal is 1,000. Like I would love to see that, and I feel like it's not that crazy. So
that's so it's I go back and forth because like 300 sounds like a lot, but also like nothing.
It's funny because 300 was always like the default number of views when someone would post a new video. Like,
was it
Captain Where it Sparkles posts a new video, and like it was always 301 views, I think.
That's right. I remember. Yeah.
For some weird reason, and like that's kind of exactly what we hit on that video. So
it just wasn't actually more.
We'll see. I'm excited to do more consistent content. More content, and I think we'll do good. What I'm really excited about...
Daisy agreed.
In our future, what I'm really excited about, which when you're hearing this, you could probably check out now. We're going to do a Rebels Reacts to the entire filmography of Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it's going to be so much fun. We're going to rank every one of his starring movies against each other and then do a bracket style from there to figure out what our favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie is, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I hope that will bring more eyes on us, because I think it's going to be kind of a unique format. Have you seen any new movies lately?
We watched one more Disney movie. Kind of powered through it. We watched Bambi.
What do you mean powered through it?
We started it, and we weren't really that into it.
Really?
It's kind of slow.
Was it your first time?
I've seen it as a child, but it's been a long time.
Not like you remembered it, right?
No. Maya, had you ever seen Bambi? Never? She had never seen Bambi.
I don't think I've seen it all the way through before.
Right, it's stuff like that. And I was like, that's the whole goal of this. Huh?
It's an hour and 10 minutes long.
That's like nothing.
That's so short.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Most of these early ones are that or shorter.
Not that great.
We watched half one night, and then the next day we watched the other half. And the second half was much better.
I love that you watched Bambi in 2 halves.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's just what happened. It's because it's such a marathon. But it actually is appropriate because there's a time jump, and we were like aligned with that time jump. Yeah.
Interesting.
And that's why I didn't really have a lot of memory of it, but it was good. Like by the end of it, I was like, you know what? No, solid.
By the end of the movie, Bambi like bites the nuts off of the hunter that killed his mom.
We don't ever get to see man. See, and I couldn't remember if it was mom or dad that got killed, and it's not nice.
Is Bambi a boy or a girl?
Bambi's a boy. That's the other thing.
I was never sure. Just like I'm not sure if Elmo is a boy or a girl.
Elmo's not a person with
He
gender.
is a monster. You're right, but
yeah. Monsters are
androgynous? No. What's the right word?
What, gender non-binary conforming?
Yeah. Sure.
Something like that.
I guess. Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know.
They're plus.
Yeah, exactly. I've been watching a new show that I'm slowly becoming in love with. Weirdly. Okay. I'm actually almost done with it at this point.
Wow.
You more than likely
you should know if you love it by now.
Heard it.
If you're almost done with it.
I like it a lot, but like for me to love a show, like it needs to make me laugh hard often. And this show like gets me every once in a while, but like it's just the right frequency to where like I keep going to like get to the next point where I'm just like, that's ridiculous. I can't believe you did that.
Yeah.
You've probably heard it mentioned on the Kind of Funny podcast, maybe even recently if you've been keeping up with it. Nathan For You.
I did just hear about that,
it's
and I'm really conflicted because this is the kind of stuff that I'm usually very skeptical of.
Is it?
I think I was like Kevin. Kevin's like, no, come on, no.
So
I think that's his attitude.
So here's the thing. I think Kevin didn't watch very much of it because the first few episodes absolutely seem completely fake. once the show gets its footing and it gets its like run and it gets like funding from like like real funding from Comedy Central or whatever,
and they can really make you believe it.
It seems either they're paying more money to make you believe it, or it actually is real. Like I wholeheartedly believe it now, and it's insane.
It sounds great. So like my attention was caught.
The premise of the show is this guy Nathan Fielder. He graduated from business school in Canada, and he now goes around Los Angeles helping small businesses to make more money by coming up with his like creative ideas. And are his ideas good? No. Does he go to great lengths to enact his ideas? You can't even imagine how far he will go to make these plans work. And it's just so clever, and
I want to watch it.
Every once in a while it will just kill you, like how funny it is, like the things he will do to make sure he doesn't fail. I think you should. It sucks because the first few episodes, like I said, do seem kind of fake and a little bit weird, but like if you can push through that initial barrier, like there's some gold in there. And I think
how long are they?
20-something, 22 minutes per episode.
Perfect.
And he usually does one or two businesses per episode. So.
Oh, they're really fast.
Yeah.
It's like a YouTube show.
Yeah. It's really good. Damn. I like it a lot. So I'm almost through season 3, and there's only 4 seasons. So.
Wow.
I'm gonna finish it.
Is it new?
No, it was like 2013 or 14 through 17.
Good years.
But I mean, like he has
before
done
the dark
some
times
stuff that made national news.
Oh wow! Like pranks, or
they're not.
It's not.
I mean,
pranks.
like they are though. Like they are pranks, but like the people don't realize they're being pranked, and they go along with it, and then therefore it's their fault. Like these business owners let him do these things, so is it a prank anymore? I don't know. They kind of did it to themselves.
Yeah.
Which is mean. See, that's the thing, like he sometimes does stuff that could actually hurt this business.
Mm-hmm.
It does. Yeah, I don't know how it works. It's really,
how is that legal?
Really freaking weird. It's not a legal thing. It's just like morally. It's like, how can you
wreck these places?
Even if it doesn't wreck them financially, putting them on TV will help them. You know, it's like he absolutely embarrasses some people.
Damn.
But maybe that will draw people to go to those stores once it's on TV.
Or maybe that's okay.
Maybe that's okay. They signed the release, right? So you can do whatever you want to them.
In theory, I think.
But morally, is that okay? I don't know. It's interesting. You should watch it and let me know what you think.
I'm down.
It's questionable.
I'm happy you reminded me. I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah.
We watched Back to the Future.
Yes.
Yesterday. I think I'd only seen it one time before.
Are you serious?
And that was like.
Before I hear what you thought, you recently watched the Indiana Jones movies.
Yeah.
And came back to me and you were like,
they're
okay.
Yeah.
What do you think of this?
So it's one of those, like, I enjoyed it. I loved it. It's classic.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it's so good.
Oh my.
I really like Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
Like if I think about that movie. The second one
sucks.
Is a little weirder, and then the third one's a little better.
Yes, and the fourth one is one of the worst movies ever made. Ever put on the silver screen.
Which, ironically, when I saw that, I think it was my first Indiana Jones, and I remember enjoying it in theaters.
That was your first one?
I might have seen parts of Raiders of the Lost Ark, but
oh my god.
If I like just guess into my memory of how that happened, that's what I default to.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's interesting.
I've always loved Indiana Jones because my dad, being the person who made me love movies, like he always loved them. He always he introduced me to the first 3, and then his job at the time, they always worked on Paramount movies, so he was working on Indiana Jones 4. I saw that before it came out, And so like I sat in his room watching it, like in his
What, you had it in your house?
Not in my house, but like I went to work with him, and like in his office room on like a screen with like perfect surround sound, watching that movie. I'm like, and how old am I? I'm like 13, 14 at the time. Like, this movie's bad. This is not a good Indiana Jones movie.
You saw it in too much fidelity.
I guess so. But I actually watched the last 30 minutes of it the other night just because it was on Netflix and my dad had started watching it, so I finished it.
Okay.
And I was just like, ugh.
No, I remember the people really, really hated like the refrigerator scene. Like that was so stupid. And I remember thinking that scene was cool. But again, I haven't seen it since then, and if I watched it now, I might have a different opinion.
It's just so unrealistic. Like, I want Indiana Jones to be realistic. You know, I don't
Was it unrealistic?
That's completely unrealistic. Yeah, he would be dead.
But no, you just get in a refrigerator and then you survive a nuke.
No, but the refrigerator also got launched like 3 miles away.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it breaks the fall.
Okay.
No, so that's what it is. It the launching 3 miles away?
I could understand that a refrigerator could save you from the radiation of a nuclear explosion. It's
not
being launched away and not dying inside of it that.
Well, I'm trying to think, like, isn't there like
also, it's one of those refrigerators that locks. You can't open it from the inside, and he just kind of like kicks his way out. He's like, "Oh, I'm fine."
Don't they like survive a plane crash in one of the other movies?
No. In the second one, a plane is crashing. They get a life raft and they fly out of the plane in the life raft.
Okay, so
granted, that is the second worst Indiana Jones movie.
No, but my point still being that like that's not realistic.
No, it's not. That's why I don't like that movie.
So there's precedent. Why?
Yeah. What? Yeah.
To me, like it doesn't stand out like that fits. But I agree. That's insane.
That's what I'm saying. I don't like any of the like super fake seeming stuff. I mean, like the idea of all of the movies is sort of a supernatural thing. Like in the first one, they're like carrying the ark, and then like God literally kills everyone in the
That's what I'm talking about.
So, but it's like it's a small portion of it. It's not like the entire. I don't know. It's weird. I get what you're saying. There might be something in all the movies that's not.
It's the plausible deniability where it's like that's insane, but it's like it happened.
But
so I just thought it was weird that people picked that out.
In no scenario can a human survive a nuclear explosion inside of a refrigerator. I'm just gonna say that.
It's just a bit. It was just a bit too much. And I
you
totally
can even
get that.
say like, hey, this Indiana Jones is about aliens. Get over it. I'll be like, okay, but the refrigerator. No.
That one was about aliens?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to watch it again.
Yeah. A literal UFO like flies away at the end of it.
I remember liking Shia LaBeouf and people also hating him. No,
I still want an Indiana Jones movie with him as like the new.
He's come back. He's reinvented. Maybe it's not a joke to have him in the next one, and people being like, he definitely won't be in it. Don't worry. And it's like, no, maybe he can be in it.
The last frames of the movie are like Indy's hat blowing kind of through like the aisle, and Shia picks it up and starts to put it on, and Indy grabs it, put it on his own head. It's like, dude, I want him. Like they were teasing it. They wanted to do it.
Right. And then I thought they were going to just kill it, because of the reception. But can you kind of pseudo sidestep, move forward, and accept it but ignore it?
But
kind of a thing.
There's still a new Indiana Jones with Harrison Ford in the works. There has been for like 10 years now.
No, that's what I mean. And then bring Shia back as well. Yeah,
he has to be kind of. And, I mean, I guess he doesn't have to be in the movie, but like in the Indiana Jones canon, he's a part of Indiana Jones' life. Like you can't really ignore that.
No, and that's why I was saying that. Like I had heard they were gonna cut that out, and I always was like, that's a big swing and a miss, and now they just want to like retcon it. You can't just do that. And now I'm saying maybe they don't have to. Like finally, like they're like, hey, we don't have to do that. We thought we were gonna have to do that, and now we don't have to do that.
Shia has like kind of made his way.
Yeah.
Back. Yeah. I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be awesome.
Kind of like Dwight Howard coming back to the Lakers.
Exactly.
It's this weird, like, what? Oh, huh? Oh, I guess we're just here and everything's okay now.
Right.
Like,
right.
It's so weird. We thought we were going to have
long enough, and they weathered the storm, but
yeah,
we made it. That being said, Back to the Future is a perfect movie.
Yeah, we need to watch the second one, but
and I can understand people don't like the third one as much as the others. Seen it. I still think all three of them is such a magnificent.
What trilogy. About the fourth one?
Doesn't exist and never will.
No, the one with Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, I will. I would commit a crime to keep that from happening.
Really?
Yeah.
He can be Marty's son.
No. no.
And he can go on an adventure with Doc. But instead of 30 years, they can do 300 years.
Oh.
We can get
that way. No one who's alive today can reach that point and be like, why don't we have self-lacing shoes, or why don't we have hoverboards? Like, you just go. Write that off. No one can ever.
So what's 300 years in the past?
The 1700s, 1720.
1720.
Yeah.
Pre-America.
Pre-official America. The colonies were there.
In some way, shape,
were they?
Form.
They were forming, I think.
No, they were there. Yeah, they were there.
What year was Hamilton?
What year was he born?
No, like what year was the events of Hamilton?
A lot of years.
Like, okay, so 1776 is the birth of America, right? Is that also the year that George Washington became president?
No.
Was it?
That's not even the year that we ended the war. The war didn't even end in that year.
It's all fuzzy.
I know. Study your history.
Alexander Hamilton.
Hamilton was born 1755. So it's 30 years before that. So imagine like his parents.
George Washington. Wow, I can't spell right now. Presidency. 1789 to 97.
13 years after the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Around the time of the French Revolution, I believe.
Anyway, so Back to the Future will take place in 1720 and 2320.
Yeah. So it should be wildly different.
Wildly different.
We could also just use Rick and Morty to explore those two time periods.
Haven't they already, probably?
Not in the show that I can think of.
Who knows?
But just as a pseudo sequel to Back to the Future.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I will take Rick and Morty as a sequel to Back to the Future. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll accept that.
It's a worthy successor.
I will never allow anyone to make a Back to the Future 4.
All right, it's official. I am going to make it. I will be starring as Doc. Daisy will be starring as Marty. And Maya will be my mom, because that's how uncomfortable that entire sequence is. It's really, really uncomfortable.
Are you going to buy some Calvin Klein underwear?
Oh my God. Yeah, because I don't have any.
Are they streaming somewhere? Are they all on Netflix or something?
Nah, we just rented it on YouTube.
Yeah. I've been doing that a lot lately. Like, I haven't been minding giving YouTube $3 to watch a movie I haven't seen before.
We're not going to the theater.
Yeah. I watched The Prestige yesterday.
The Prestige. How's that?
Have you seen it?
No.
So it is the last Christopher Nolan movie that I had not seen. I've now seen all of them.
Congrats.
It's good.
You've even seen Tenet?
No. But no one of us normies has seen Tenet yet.
That's true.
Prestige is good, but also like kind of boring. It's so literally one note the entire way. It's so monotone. Wow. There's no levity, there's no comedy, there's no action. It's just
Is that the intention?
Feeling. I don't know. Kind of.
That's almost impressive,
also,
isn't it?
Shocker, it jumps around in time a lot without alerting you to where or when you are, which I guess Christopher Nolan just gets off on that, but
making you like
it's well written, it's well acted, obviously. Like the kind of mind-blowing thing at the end is pretty cool. Christian Bale,
Oh wow.
Hugh Jackman, Scarlett Johansson, Michael Caine, obviously.
What year?
2006.
Oh, I need to watch this movie.
It's about magicians. Which is really cool. Like I love magic, so
that's fascinating.
I like magic movies. I like kind of like
Magic Mike.
I guess heists. Magic Mike is one of my favorite movies for sure. Heists are kind of like magic movies where it's like, how did they do it? And then they tell you how they did it at the end. So like that's kind of why I like those.
Ocean's 11 is one of my favorite movies.
It's so good.
I could watch it over and over again.
It's so freaking good. Every time I forget how they did things too, I'm like, wait, but how did that happen? I'm like, oh yeah, because that guy was there.
Now I want to watch it because I miss Vegas.
Have you seen 12 or 13?
Yeah, both.
They're not as good, but they're not terrible.
In the last like couple years, I think I'd seen them before, but then I watched them again recently to like make sure I'd seen them all. Oh, because I wanted to see
Ocean's
8, and then I didn't see it.
Ocean's 8 is also like okay. It's
yeah, you saw it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard decent things about it.
It's pretty good. It's a little corny, but I liked it.
Ooh, The Hangover too. It's another Vegas movie.
Yeah, it's a lot like Oceans, where the first and the third one are in Vegas, and the second one is in some like off weird country.
Yeah, in another country.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, let's go to another country.
And we should go.
Yeah, we should go back.
Yeah, but the Prestige is pretty good. I guess I would recommend it. Most people seem to like it more than me, so I guess.
Where is it set?
1800s London, maybe later. Whenever Tesla was. When was Tesla around? Tesla is a character in the movie, so if that intrigues you,
that's cool. Yeah, that definitely intrigues me.
Early
1900s.
Okay, so yeah,
late 1800s.
That London.
Okay.
And
about 100 plus years ago.
It's towards the bottom of my Christopher Nolan movies. Oddly enough, that I wasn't expecting that. I thought I was gonna love it, but it's sort of eh. Yeah. I've seen them all now, and I'm gonna watch Interstellar again, because I haven't seen that since before the movie came out.
I also want to watch Interstellar, and I've been meaning to look up, is there a 4K version of that? Because I'd heard that they like Interstellar didn't have a certain version, or I thought I'd heard something about that.
I did another kind of cool, like kind of groundbreak. Not another. I did a movie thing for the first time.
$6.
That I haven't necessarily been wanting to do for a long time, but like in our day and age, like I realized I should do it. I went to a drive-in movie.
Nice.
And I saw Palm Springs, which is on Hulu, so it could have been free if I had seen it.
Had you seen it?
No.
Well, I'm so sad.
Why?
Because that sounds like so much fun.
I mean, go see a drive-in movie.
Yeah.
You should.
I want to go with you.
Let's do it. I'm down. Like if you're cool with it, like let's go.
Yeah.
I want to go to more drive-in movies. It's really fun. It's a little weird. Like technically it's not like obviously the best movie you could watch or
who
the
cares?
Best.
We can sit in our cars and hang out.
Exactly.
And bug everybody and talk to each other.
Unique way to see a movie. Palm Springs is okay. It's like a modern Groundhog's Day. I did not like it very much. Everyone seems to be loving it, but
we watched it. Did I not tell you?
Did you watch it?
We watched it a while ago.
And
weeks
just
ago.
Came out. Okay.
On Hulu.
Yeah.
And let me double check. Maya, how did you feel about Palm Springs when we watched it? The movie with Andy Samberg.
And the wife from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, I explained that to her. Where they were stuck in the time loop.
Oh, well, I really liked it.
Yeah, we really liked it. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I mean, the characters were really good. Andy Samberg is kind of hard to not like in anything that he's in.
Yeah.
J.K. Simmons was hilarious. I actually really liked her, even though I was a little bit bitter towards her since she was the wife from How I Met Your Mother. So I held that against her for a little bit, but I ended up liking
fine.
Her.
After I watched the corrected ending, I feel much better about that show ending correctly.
No, I do not. That does not override it for me. they chose the wrong way to end that show. So
no, but they gave us the other ending,
no,
like and said
count.
it's official.
That doesn't count.
Does it count?
No. Also, it wasn't even that. Was it? I don't remember. We just watched it. So I already.
They all ended up together and the right people.
Anyways, I found it to be just slightly disappointing. Like
that's a shame.
Especially the end. I thought the end was pretty whack.
Why?
I don't know. I don't want to spoil it. I mean, go watch it. It's on Hulu if you want to watch it, or it might be in your local drive-in theater. Go check it out. But
there you go.
I didn't love it. I enjoyed watching it, maybe mostly because I was in a drive-in for the first time, and I'm like, this is a cool experience. But I don't know.
I read a cool article about how they kind of went against some norms of like, do this karmic thing and fix there's this, and it's like I love the angle they took.
Yeah.
It was so fascinating. Like, what would you do? And I loved thinking about like literally.
I definitely wouldn't have learned quantum physics.
But maybe eventually you would have.
Maybe. Who knows?
Right? Like we could get to the point where we have a perfect podcast. You know, I'm wondering how much I can say without giving anything away.
Right. Oh God.
Yeah,
Can you imagine recording our podcast every single day, knowing that we're recording it again every single day?
Yeah.
Or even worse, can you imagine you knowing that we're recording it every single day and the other person doesn't? So they probably just talk about the same thing over and over again. You're like, yep, yeah.
I was thinking more. We choose to do it every day.
Right. Which would only work if we both are in the time loop together.
Which is what I was.
Right.
That's what I was insinuating. Yeah, if you had it on the schedule, and that was, and it was like, all right, here's our topics, and it's like, all right, yep, this, okay, I'm done. It's only been 5 minutes.
But what would be the point? Like, no one's ever gonna hear it because the world's just gonna reset.
Just to do it, you'd eventually stop.
Would you, if you were in a time loop, would you pull someone in with you?
Oh God. Depends who.
You'd kind of have to, right? Like, otherwise it's almost like your significant other has like Alzheimer's. It's like they just don't know what you're going through, or they're like oblivious. Like, they have to be on the same page, going through the same thing as you. Otherwise, you're not really doing it together, anything together.
How would you feel if I pulled you into one of my time loops, Maya? And then okay, she's down. I'm down.
Right?
I would do that. If all of a sudden I got sucked in and Maya was like, I've been stuck in an infinite loop, I need your help. I'm like, oh my God, how long did you wait? She's like, too long. I'd be like, you should have gotten me sooner. Like, that's definitely how that would go down.
Right.
I wouldn't be like, damn it, I could have kept living.
Right. Yeah. I guess that's because you know each other. Like them two, they didn't know each other before that day. So she's like, why did you do this to me?
If some random guy pulled me in, I'd be pissed.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Sure. Like if J.K. Simmons.
Yep. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. It's practice basketball every day, so by the time you're out, you could be like the
that's a really interesting point. Like Andy Samberg could have chosen something and could have been the best in the world at that thing.
Yeah. You could have go to like hack a bank, like figure out like where stuff is.
Yeah.
Get some kind of knowledge, get some information as to how to get stuff, so that if you ever get out, then you can pop.
Right.
I know that's all like devious things, but
you're right. Your body would probably reset. So like, it's not like you can work out and get into great shape. Like your body probably resets every day.
But you could like get the skills,
intelligence, and
the intelligence.
Yeah.
So that it's very interesting.
I also don't like the name.
Very. Palm Springs.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
No, I don't like it at all.
Because they're out in Palm Springs.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see.
That was the exact vibe I was going with. I want to just be out in Palm Springs right now.
I really liked that movie last year with Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie. I love that movie, Los Angeles. That was a really good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a movie, Chicago?
That's I haven't seen it.
I haven't either.
So I can't judge it yet. But that's the play's name is Chicago, which isn't any better. But
okay, I'll make a play called Palm Springs. I there's not a lot of cities that I would like that with. There's something about Palm Springs. There's something about like its existence is so bizarre. It was always this place that was halfway between my trips to go to Arizona. And sometimes we went there and it was always like this weird vacation place that was kind of near LA. It's like almost has a mystique around it. And the fact that it was like an endless loop in Palm Springs, like it's not that exciting of a place.
Yeah.
Like I just felt like it fit the movie well in some weird way because it's weird, but it's also it is what it is. And this movie was weird, but also like kind of like okay, cool.
I get you.
I'm not advocating for naming movies after.
I don't want to. Okay.
No,
it's not
hate
spoiler,
on it. I want to know what
like, it gives away. Okay, there's a point where a character, I won't say who, just to not give away too much, but there's a point where a character says, either he says like you have to find your Irvine or like find your Irvine. Like, do you remember when he's talking to a character and he's like, because the character lives in Irvine, right?
Yeah.
And he says,
I love it.
I found my Irvine. I was waiting for someone to say like, I found my Palm Springs. That never happened. If that had happened, the title would have worked for me, but that never happened. They mentioned a specific city, Irvine, not Palm Springs. And I was just like, okay.
I see. I thought it was stupid when they say the name of the movie. I thought that's like a dumb trope where it's like, haha, you said the movie.
It can be. It can be, but sometimes it also works a lot. Like,
yeah.
Did you ever see Lion from a few years ago with Dev Patel?
Yeah.
When they finally get to why that movie is called Lion, I cried.
That's cool.
Like literally tears shot out of my eyes.
Ow.
There's that. Life Itself is another example with Poe from Star Wars, whatever his name is.
Oscar
Isaac and Antonio Banderas, like, and the girl from freaking Tron 2. Olivia Wilde.
I don't know. There you go.
They finally say that the name of that movie as well, and it works. I don't know. Sometimes it works for me, but
Tron 2. I know that's not. I know that's not what you were saying. Well, yeah, no.
All just my own solo opinions, because like I said,
absolutely.
Everyone likes it, and
you're wrong.
For some reason, it just rubbed me the wrong way, but it was fine.
It's probably because you saw it at a drive-in, and that's just proof that that model is no good.
Could be. It was really interesting to see one though, because like
where'd you go?
It's called Vineland Theaters in City of Industry.
It's not in Vineland?
Is that a place? I don't know. That's a street, I think. It wasn't. It's not a city as far as I know. But you could see like the other 3 screens because like they all come out from the same like central hub. So if you just look around, you could see the other 3 screens and like what movies those are playing.
Oh, so weird. Oh, you went. That. Wait, there's. Oh, City of Industry. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. Out there.
I'm gonna go to more. Hey, as long as my AMC isn't open, I need to go see movies somehow.
They did announce that they will survive.
Do they know that?
Apparently, I was surprised to see that, but they're like, we survived.
I guess because they're opening some places, right?
They cut a streaming deal.
Okay.
And they've been working on like other ways. So, I mean, the fact that they were confident enough to even put that kind of a statement out makes me go like, okay, just wait. Yeah.
I mean, it's been long enough. Like, if you would think if they would have died, they would have died already. So,
which is just crazy to think that like something like this could happen and just like no more AMC.
I know you might think I'm crazy, but like I literally cannot wait until I can go sit in a movie theater again.
Are you kidding me? Why are you crazy?
No, I mean, the day they open, I'm going.
Oh, whether it's safe or not.
Quote unquote, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll stay away from people. I won't, touch as low as possible. I'm going to a movie. I do not care.
Yeah, we're just about there too, where And they said it's going to be so much worse
when that happens
in the fall.
Yeah,
no. It's just like I'm terrified. And
you know what's
I'm
insane?
with you. I want to do everything.
We've almost done as many episodes like this as we did Up in the Attic. I think it might be like 25 and 25. Like, we're getting there. Oh, God. So
that's upsetting.
Probably before this ends, the majority of the Huber Rebels life will have been virtual like this. And we'll get back to it eventually, but I don't like that.
Regular life seems so bizarre now.
Which is the sad thing, but yeah.
It's like, well, I'm torn because I remember this was so bizarre. And now this is normal. This is, why would I not? And it's weird because we go out and it looks like everybody else is just acting normal, and unfortunately a lot of people are, based on what we've seen. But at the same time, like, we have to find a way to adapt and live.
I mean, you say that like, normal life seems weird now, but like, and maybe my brain, I don't know, like I find it harder to get excited to do the podcast this way versus when we did it in person up in the attic. Like, I loved it when 100%. We would come down the street and we'd go up there and like sit in front of each other and talk. Like,
yeah,
even though this is even somewhat easier,
it's not about being easier.
I don't look forward to it the way I used to, and
I think
sucks.
The thought of just driving to the mall and parking in the parking lot, that small little thing of doing that, I miss that.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't even go see a movie sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And just going to the mall and just driving and parking at the gym. Like, hey, I'm going to run by Target. I'm going to run to the gym.
Or you and I would just walk through Best Buy sometimes just to look at the same stuff again.
Like, really just like all of it. I'm just, I'm ready.
I went by Best Buy the other day and there was a line out the front door, like
into the store.
Yeah, which was weird.
People,
because I've been a couple times
maybe
since they reopened.
Social distanced inside, so they're limiting how many people can go in. So
I've been a couple times since they reopened, and I was able to walk right in. The last time I went, there was a line. I'm like, I was on my lunch break. I'm like, okay, I can't do this right now. So because I was gonna go look at MacBooks because I'm gonna get one.
You went in. You've been in Best Buy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because I picked up a couple games. Picked up Ghost from there.
The only time I've gone there, we did the curbside where they drop it in your car.
Well, I did that until they opened.
Yeah.
But I guess I could have done the curbside thing too. But so I was like, okay, I can't do this. The next day, my dad and I went and we walked in. But then when we walked out and we got to our car and we like put something in our car, there was a line out the front door. So it was like a certain particular time of day that like people are swarming to Best Buy where they can't allow.
I'm sure they just have a quota and it ebbs and it flows.
Yeah. Weird. It's crazy. But it's such a big place. Like, you would think they'd be able to allow a decent number of people in there. Yeah.
They have their number.
It's based on
were there
footage.
People in there when you were in there?
I mean, yeah, not that many though.
Yeah.
I mean, Bevmo, I don't know if I want to say where I work. Whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We are allowed to have, I think, 20 people in the store, 20, like, give or take, including us. And Best Buy is much bigger than our store based on square footage. So I don't know.
There you go. We'll see.
I need to eat dinner.
Do that. I need to.
Did you have anything else?
No, I didn't. On that sad, somber note of quarantine being trapped, I want to go back to Disneyland.
Me too.
Like every day, when we can, when it's possible.
Yep.
But even like, I want to go back to that Disneyland.
Perfectly 100% normal Disneyland.
That's what I want to go back to.
Like the last time we were at Disneyland, I licked my phone.
As a joke?
And no, because something was on it and I licked it, and I remember, I will never forget, you looked at me and you said, "Oh, you're gonna die." Like, can you imagine in this day and age being at Disneyland and licking your own phone?
That's what and this is why, I'm pretty sure, right? Like, yeah. I think this had already like popped up. Yeah, or maybe it was before that, and I just said that in general.
It is kind of funny how my mind has sort of changed, because like I know when this all started, I'm a habitual nail biter. I bite my nails a lot, and it's bad. When this all started, I stopped. I was very good. I let my nails grow quite long, and then eventually I just started washing my hands, enough to where I knew or felt I was safe, and I've been biting my nails again. It's like my mind has started sort of slightly easing back into.
Oh yeah, I'm not stressed out by as much stuff. I've just adapted to what we have to do.
Right.
That new normal is a little bit less stressful. It's become more familiar. It's still more work, but it's more manageable also.
For sure.
So we'll see where we are from episode 100. Hopefully we can do it in person.
Hey, if this is still going on by then, you and I we'll find a way to do it in person.
There you go.
We're coming up on 50. We should do something for 50.
Okay. Yeah, let's look into it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well,
let's build a giant bubble stage.
two bubble stages. Two bubbles on a stage.
2 bubbles within a bubble. So think of it like a scrotum. Is the main like stage, and then each of us is a ball.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
And then YouTube is the penis.
Please like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on all of our social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, if you are so inclined to support us financially. We would appreciate it.
MySpace, Napster,
LimeWire. You can find us on there. You can also find us on the podcast, Apple podcast streaming service.
If video podcasts like this were around when LimeWire was a thing, you would be downloading bootleg podcasts off of LimeWire that have weird names and are other podcasts.
It's already free.
Huh?
It's already free though.
It would have been a paid for a niche thing. It would have shown up.
Oh, you're right. Back in the day, it would have been something you pay for, like music. Yeah, that's true.
Even though you pay for music now in other ways, but
it doesn't feel like it.
It's different.
You pay $8 a month, and it feels like the music is free because you get all.
Or you do the free version.
Yeah.
Or can you not choose what you want for free?
No. I think you can choose like maybe the first one, but then after that, it's just kind of a random selection.
Damn.
Which actually, then can't you just click on? I don't know how it works. I've never run a free thing. I couldn't.
LeBron has regular Pandora. He doesn't get the premium edition of all of that stuff. I know, and I always think about that, and it makes me sad.
That's really weird. Comment below what your preferred music streaming service is. Are you whatever Dr. Dre's thing is?
Beats?
No, Dr. Dre?
Jay-Z?
Jay-Z. Tidal. Yeah, are you a Tidal person?
I think
Apple
Tidal's
Music. Hey, I heard it come up quite.
SoundCloud Premium.
YouTube. Are you a YouTube music person?
YouTube music.
But let us know. But we'll find out next week. Until then, my name is Jordan.
And my name is Ethan. We are the Huber Rebels.
Until next time.
Thank you, and that's not what I'm supposed to say. Thank you, people.
And welcome
to the rebellion.